Devastating tornado outbreak rocked parts of multiple states this weekend. Oklahoma and Nebraska saw much of the worst of it, but some tornadoes touched down in Texas, and Britton Musall kept our viewers up to date on what was going on. Britton, can you just walk me through what the weekend was like for you? Of course, having to cut into the Rangers game, unfortunately for you, a Rangers fan.
Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, we did have to do some cut-ins for us in West Central Texas. We had a confirmed tornado in Knox County, which is in the northern part of our viewing area. Thankfully, no reported fatalities in the state of Texas, but a lot of heartbreak for all the devastation we've seen across the Central Plains this weekend.
Yeah, and heartbreak is a good word. When you see some of the images out of Oklahoma particularly, it's hard not to feel compassion for some of the people losing their homes and loved ones. But, you know, I talked to multiple Aggies, including Britton Musall here in the story that you're about to see, and it may not replace some of the things people have lost, but hopefully it'll provide from some perspective for people who are wondering why Britton's face was on screen during the Rangers game.
This weekend, at least 50 tornadoes destroyed homes across multiple states and killed at least 5 people. 12 of those tornadoes touched down in Texas, which meant forecasters in San Angelo had to be acutely aware before, during, and after the tornado outbreak.
Our mission is to protect lives and property, but lives are things that you can't replace.
Castillo says he encourages people to have multiple ways to receive warnings. In trying to keep people out of harm's way, he has to be sure to keep Spanish-speaking residents of West Texas in mind, along with rural residents who might struggle with cell service. And for him, the aftermath of an outbreak like this one is a sobering reminder of why his job matters.
Part of our job is to go out and survey the damage after the tornadoes, and it's very difficult because these are people's homes.
Britton Musall spent part of his Saturday in front of the weather wall as storms tore through parts of several states. After a tornado touched down in Knox City, Musall, an avid Rangers fan, became the face people saw instead of his hometown team.
Yeah, believe me, I would love to watch the Rangers play as much as anybody else, but these types of severe weather events, they're threatening to life and property, and that's why we cut in.
Musall says the images from places like Oklahoma brought him a sense of heartbreak, but that, like Castillo, it reminds him of why he comes to work every day.
You definitely feel, I think, a little bit of a weight, a little bit of a responsibility, just realizing the gravity of the situation.
And as storm season continues, both Musall and Castillo are reminding West Texans to keep monitoring the weather.
We're going to continue to see potential for severe weather the rest of the spring. Even last year we had severe weather into the month of June. So it is possible that we could see severe weather even into the early summer months.
Of course, Britton will keep you updated on any severe weather threats throughout the rest of storm season. And again, our hearts go out to everyone who was affected as many process losing homes and loved ones. In studio, Sean Humphrey, Fox West Texas.